Welcome back, everyone. This is Julie, and this is Two Non-Critics and a Cat, live from Dingle.
Live from Ireland.
Live from Ireland, from the hotel.
Yes, we woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, so we are a bit tired, I have to say.
Absolutely. Federica is not with us,
No,
unfortunately.
yes.
She's at home.
I was going to say obviously, but it's not obvious, actually.
No, because she's always with us, so that's why I said that.
Yes, Two Non-Critics and 27 Cats,
Yes.
now it's called.
Exactly.
We are here today to talk about Toy Story 5.
Yes.
So, did you watch anything else this week?
What did I watch this week? I told you what I watched this week.
I'm not sure.
Oh, no, I did actually. No, I watched
about
I watched Over Your Dead Body and I watched Obsession.
Oh, yeah.
And I was gonna watch They Will Kill You, but I don't think that I'm gonna like it because I think it's very stupid.
By the way, I'm...
Obsession is insane.
Okay, yeah, I was curious because I think Spielberg said that Obsession and... don't remember what was
Backrooms.
Backrooms are the best movies that came out.
Completely agree. I loved the Backrooms because I'm a big fan of the Backrooms anyway, but Obsession was insane.
Are they both horror?
Yes.
Okay.
But Backrooms is more like a psychic kind of thing based on the lore of the same person that created it. It's the one that I talked about a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah, okay.
And Obsession is insanely good. Like, it was splatter enough, it was scary enough. The main actress is spectacular. She's, like, insane, honestly.
Do you think they might go to the Oscars, these two movies? Since recently...
Backrooms, no.
Okay.
Obsession, maybe.
Because recently, the Academy has been more horror-friendly.
Yeah, definitely the ones that came out before now, like Hokum and Passengers and... No, Ready or Not, I don't think it will because it's too much. Maybe Obsession will. Backrooms is because it's a new concept.
Also, I think they're both new directors.
Yeah, Kane is the one that did the Backrooms on YouTube, so he's not even a director.
Yeah,
I think he is actually.
Yeah, he's. But yeah, I mean, they got compliments from Steven Spielberg, which is...
Well, but they got A24 to buy them.
Yeah.
So, of course.
But I guess for a director to receive, compliments by Steven Spielberg must be something.
Of course. The fact that your movie is being bought anyway should mean something.
Yeah. So I watched Toy Story 5.
I didn't, for the record.
Yes, Julia didn't. So I did watch Toy Story 5. Julia did watch Toy Story, obviously, 1 to 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. So we're here to...
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think they're going to make another one?
Yes.
Really? Mm-hmm. And are they ever going to stop?
I don't know. I feel like Toy Story is one of those things that if they have a good story, they just go ahead.
They do it.
Forever. And this one was directed by Andrew Stanton, who was one of the original writers team of the first Toy Story. Mm-hmm. So the first Toy Story was written by the director of the fifth Toy Story. So, and obviously was involved in pretty much all of them, except for, I think this Toy Story 3 was probably the one, if I'm not wrong, that Lee Unrich directed, and I don't think he was involved in that. Lee Unrich is a genius. Like,
Toy Story 3 was cool.
It's Toy Story 3 and Coco.
Well, yeah.
He's a genius. So, they did tell another story this time, which I thought...
based on the recent event that we had today.
Yeah, based on the recent events that we have today, yes. Which we'll probably... we'll mention at the end, actually, because it's important. So I just want to do a bit spoiler-free, but then I want to go into the juice, actually, because there's a lot to say about this. So...
what is your review from 1 to 5?
The spoiler-free review is 4. I don't think... So out of the 5, Toy Story is probably...
The weakest one?
No, I would say maybe 3rd or 4th.
Okay.
Okay. But not because it wasn't good, just because honestly the quality of the Toy Story franchise is just like off the charts. All of them are excellent. Some of them are masterpiece. I think arguably the number 3 and number 1 are the best ones.
Toy Story 3.
Yeah. The first one is obviously, not only a masterpiece, but it's also like an achievement technologically and storytelling wise and everything. But yeah, this one, like, it doesn't place high enough only because the quality is so high here that honestly we're shooting at the stars. But for me it was a 4 to 5, like 4 out of 5, because I thought that the way that they handled the main topic, which is obviously devices, mostly basically the behavior that kids develop after they get addicted to devices. It talks about kids' isolation, the fact that we think these devices enhance human connections, but actually they make us more isolated if we don't use them properly. Mm-hmm. Which is what we see here with Bonnie. There is a lot more attention.
Is it Bonnie again?
Yeah, it's Bonnie again. And also there is a lot more attention around the kid this time than the toys. Like, I have seen Bonnie, like, for example, stupid thing, screen time-wise, Bonnie was in the movie a lot more than anyone else before. Than she was before, than Andy was before. Like Andy, you would see him for like 5 minutes every movie.
Yeah, true.
The rest was the toys. This time, actually, the girl is quite central in the story. And I thought the way that they handled it was quite brilliant, because they weren't... So I read a review from the BBC, which I thought it was trivial, because we are in 2026, and to think that we can... condemn totally technology and devices is a bit naive, because we do need technology. Mm-hmm. We do need devices to make our life better. But in some cases, because of our misuse of them, we are making our life and the life of the people who love us worse. So what Pixar did, I think, is the right thing, which is not condemning like a defining condemnation of technology and devices, because we cannot go back to 1945 and we shouldn't. But
I don't think anybody wants to.
No, exactly.
I wouldn't be able to talk to half of my friends if we did.
Yeah, but what they did is to say, basically, that we should use devices to enhance human connections, to enhance human abilities, not to isolate ourselves.
Isolate, replace, disrupt.
Yes, exactly. So I thought it was brilliant, the way that they did the whole thing. It was funny. I didn't cry as much as the others.
4 and 3. 4 and 3 were devastating.
4
was devastating.
3 was the most devastating to me.
Yes.
4 was devastating, very emotional.
Because we waited a lot for it.
4 was very emotional. Number 2, I didn't cry. Number 1, obviously, I was 4, so I didn't cry. Also, there's nothing to cry about it.
I was 4, so I didn't cry. I think you actually did cry because you were 4.
But the thing is, Pixar always put so much effort into Toy Story, because it's been like 10 years, 7 years between... Apart from the first 2, but from like 2 to 3, 3 to 4.
How old is Andy at this point?
Oh, he's my age.
True.
So between 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, there was like 7, 10 years. So they always put a lot of like development effort into it. It's not like these sequels that they do just for the sake of doing sequels. So. And you can see that. I think there's a lot, there's a lot of effort into it. I thought it was funny. Not as funny as the 4th installation, The fourth
was
part
very funny.
Forky was super
Forky
funny.
was hilarious.
Even though, honestly, there were some jokes in this one that cracked me up. But
Forky was hilarious.
There were some moments that actually took my breath away in terms of emotions. Like, I didn't cry. I literally,
Expanded,
sucked
exploded.
the hair out of my lungs.
Imploded.
Because I didn't expect I didn't expect that. So, I think...
You're going to give a major spoiler at some point of the episode, and I am going to be here.
Yeah. I think everyone should go see it. And I think parents shouldn't take it hard because I think this is also mainly directed to them. The fact that they have to be there for their kids, they have to control their experience, they have to understand if what they're doing with their devices has a negative impact on their life, their behavior. If they notice any change, they should, they should make an intervention, which, we have to. Like, as millennials, because we are the parents of these kids, we have to. So I'm not sure if, also, I've been thinking, with Feds, we've been reflecting that maybe the BBC review was also for that, because we are that generation, and maybe you think that a lot of the blame has been placed on you as a parent instead of on the big corporations, this.
Yeah, but we also like the cancel generation. Everything needs to be cancelled. It's either yes or no. Everything needs to be blown to torch.
Yeah, but I think we would do anything to not accept that it's actually our fault, But it is in fact
it isn't the consequences of our actions.
Yeah, but anyway, go see it. Honestly, I think it's a beautiful film, and. For as much, I am really into this topic, very, very much, and I would have. So before I saw the movie, I really wanted a condemnation, right? After I saw the movie, it made me understand a lot of things, and I thought that the way that they did it was perfect. So
it makes sense.
Yeah, so that's how good it was. Now, if you don't want to know anything about the movie, stop it here. It was a pleasure to,
Thank you very much for being with us. We'll see you next week.
But this part will be spoiler full.
Spoiler full or spoiler
full
free?
Of spoilers.
I just want to say that we're literally sitting like
this, like
Saturday Night Live.
No, what's
basically.
it called? The Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Or,
Is it not Saturday Night Live?
It's not. That's the comedian stuff.
The Fallon Tonight? What the fuck?
Jimmy Fallon.
I don't remember.
Like Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon.
We're literally just sharing the chairs and the footrests.
Yeah,
so it's very
exactly.
funny. In the middle of a random city in Ireland. I just wanted to say that.
Exactly. So, first of all, Bonnie is not that much older. I think she's probably in primary school. So after kindergarten. So
you mean elementary school?
Yeah, primary school. No?
Sure.
So basically, what happens is obviously we don't have Woody in the picture at the beginning because Woody is with Bo Peep and they're living outside.
Woody is bald.
Yeah, that also is bald. They're living out in the wild, making kids happy, but they don't have a owner. So Jessie now is in charge of the room.
How does that work? That they don't have an owner. What do? They
do get played with at the park or whatever by kids, but they don't get attached.
That's crazy.
But it's great though.
Yeah, but that's crazy if you think about it.
It's like, if you think about it, it's like the toys that you have at the kindergarten. They don't belong to anyone, but they get played by everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So that's more or less. Anyway, Jessie's in charge of the room, so this is a new thing. Jessie never had... she never was the main character. Yeah. She really is the main character here.
She really never was.
I mean, she was definitely always one of the three main characters. It was always Woody, Buzz, and Jessie.
Yes.
But in this case, it was Jessie, Buzz, and Woody, which was quite different from usual. So
and the iPad.
the iPad. So basically Jesse's in charge of the room. It happens that, so the movie starts already telling you what is going on with Bonnie, which is Bonnie is sad and she is, there's something wrong with her, and Jesse understands there's something wrong with her, and the toys are like quite worried about her. The parents are also worried about her, and the issue is that this kid cannot make a friend. So she's lonely. She cannot make a friend, and she feels lonely.
How old is she?
I think she, I don't know, they don't really say, but I think she might be maybe 11, Anyway, she's a child, okay?
Yeah, but that's not that complicated to make friends as a child.
Theoretically. So, in the world of today, it is. So, basically, what happened is the parents very reluctantly buy this tablet. It's called Lilybud, but it's a tablet. Lilybud. With the voice of Greta Lee, who is absolutely really good in this. Is
her name Lilybud? Because it's an iPad.
No, I think it's just Lily.
It's an iPad.
Anyway, this tablet, very reluctantly, like they didn't want to, but they were like, she feels lonely, all of her friends have it, we should get it for her so she can, whatever.
Talk to them.
So, yes, so, yeah, but it's not that easy,
Crazy.
That's the problem. So they buy this thing for her, and immediately they show the addiction. Like, from the moment she turns it on, they show Bonnie that is completely, like, when you are in trance.
Yes, I know, because that's exactly how I felt when I got an iPad.
Yeah, like in completely in trance, like you cannot do anything else. You are constantly in front of it, and the toys are like shocked, like what the hell is going on here? So, and the parents are like, okay, this is the first day, so we'll give you a day to figure out how it works, and then we'll do screen time, okay? But then, first day goes, and then obviously she loses a bit of interest in playing with the toys because her friends mock her because she still plays with toys. So Jessie's worried, and she basically contacts Woody through a walkie-talkie, whatever. And she talks to him, and she's like, this is what's going on, is it so bad out there? And Woody, because he lives outside, he can see like into the window of people from the street.
That's great.
And he sees everyone with devices.
Woody is a creep.
Yeah, parents with devices, kids with devices. And he's like, yeah, there are more and more kids abandoned every day. And so basically Jessie decides to do something about it. Okay, and this do something about it is
break the habit.
Yeah, but basically, kind of. No, like she wants. Basically, what she wants to do is to get Bonnie to make a friend. So at some point, through a chat on the Lilybud, it comes through a message saying there is a sleepover. Do you want to come? So she goes to do this sleepover at the house of these two kids. These two kids also have a Lilybud, and Jessie basically wants to go to the sleepover to see if she can get her to play with the friends. But then actually when the friends see Jessie, they mock her for having Jessie, and then she goes with Lilybud, and they don't talk to each other the whole time. And then Jessie ends up in the car and whatever. So basically Jessie ends up, for a series of events, she ends up in the house that used to belong to Emily, her first kid.
Oh God.
Okay. For a series of events which I'm not gonna like say in full details, because it's nice that there's something that you don't know, no?
Me specifically, yes.
So on the other side, Bonnie comes back home and she is like in distress, and the parents are like, "Are you okay? Like, what happened in this sleepover? Are you okay?"
Yeah.
and she cannot express her feelings. She blocks. She gets anxious. She's in full distress, in panic, and this is something that we have seen in kids with addiction to devices and isolation.
We see the continuation of Inside Out 3, basically,
and cyberbullying as well, because this is
bullying
in like on a larger scale, because you're mocking me because I still play with toys,
That's general bullying.
Yeah, no, but when it happens online for everyone to see,
okay.
It's just a massive scale. But anyway, it didn't happen at this stage yet. But she was in distress, and the parents don't understand what's going on, and let's go for ice cream, let's do this, let's do that. She doesn't open up yet. So, and then on the other front, obviously Woody and Buzz try to help Jessie, but honestly, it's really Jessie at the center of this. So Jessie, she ends up in the house that belonged to her first kid, where there is this other kid, that is passionate about horses and so on. And she's also lonely and also mocked because she plays with toys, because she's different. She lives with horses in a farm and whatever. And so Jessie's like, I'm gonna make them become friends because they are pretty much the same. But to do that, Jessie needs to basically establish a relationship with some pieces of technology which are in this house, which is quite funny. And initially she's super like, I don't want to have anything to deal with you because you are the ones that ruined us or whatever. So it's very much like condemning technology. But then she understands that actually, for example, while kids played with toys for years and years and years, their span of life, it's like 6 months, 3 months. Because, for example, because technology goes outdated very soon.
Yeah.
So the time actually they spend with their kids is a lot less than a toy. So she kind of finds a way to connect. She's all about connection, I think, this movie. And then, okay, so she tries to make these two connect using this technology like toys to send a message to the lily pad to say, basically with a picture of Jessie and Bullseye in the house of this kid, to say, I have your toys, come and get them, I found them. And then Lilypad doesn't, she's kind of the villain, but there's never a real villain in Toy Story. But like she doesn't get the message through. And Woody and Buzz, on that front, they try to get the message through so that Bonnie sees it, while Lilybud is trying to hide it to Bonnie. And they manage. So Bonnie sees the message, and she's like, let's go get my toys. In the meanwhile...
In all of this, Woody is bald.
Yeah, and it's funny. Honestly, it's really funny.
It's funny as hell.
In the meanwhile, Jessie's in the house of Emily, right? Mm-hmm. And so when Bonnie goes to meet this kid, she's like, have your toys, or whatever. And basically, Bonnie, while she's in the car, before going to meet this kid, she realized that the picture of Jessie and Bullseye wasn't received only by her, but it was received by everyone. So by her friend as well, because obviously it was a message saying, do these toys belong to anyone? So they send it to a wider group of kids, not just to Bonnie. So the kind of friends, they're not friends, these kids recognize that it's Bonnie's toys and they cyberbully her. So they say, cry baby, she still plays with toys. On the chat, a lot of kids mocking Bonnie. So Bonnie literally has a panic attack. And when she gets out of the car, she doesn't want the toys anymore. She's like, keep them, even though she actually wants them. So like full panic attack, And she leaves. And Jessie cannot understand what's going on. And so she's in distress. and she goes to the tree. You remember the Toy Story 2? There is a tree. You know why?
Yeah, the swinging
when
thing.
somebody loved me. There is a the
swinging
wheel,
thing. Yeah.
with the tree and stuff. She goes back to that tree, and while she's reflecting why the hell this happened, she sees a piece of metal on the floor, and she scratches it. This is the piece that literally sucked the hair out of my lungs. She always thought she was abandoned by Emily.
Yeah.
But then she realized that Emily just grew up, and just like the technology friends were left, technology toys were left behind for this kid, she was left behind for Emily, which she always thought she was abandoned, but really she wasn't.
No, it shows in the second one. It shows that she goes on to like change from horses to like makeup and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
So
She just
grows
grew up, but Jessie always leaved it as an abandonment. So when she gets this, basically she's digs out this box of metal, opens it up,
time capsule,
and there is a stuff belonging to a kid, and she's confused because she thought it was Emily, but then she looks and she's like, this is not Emily. And here comes a picture with Emily and a kid that looks like Emily when she was a kid, and she turned the picture, and the picture says, Jessie, Mommy loves you very much.
She called the kid Jessie.
My God, it sucked the hair out of my lungs.
Crazy. That's crazy. That's horrible.
Because that is the impact that Jessie as a toy had on Emily.
For years.
So she wasn't abandoned. It's just that she grew up, but she always remembered the impact, the positive impact that toy had on her childhood so much that she called their daughter Jessie.
Also, didn't at some point Jessie go away? Like she got lost
in
for
Toy Story.
Emily?
She no, she didn't get lost. No,
was
she's
she
not
actually
the one that
sent
got
away,
lost.
abandoned and stuff like that?
She was left unused for a while, and then Emily donated her, basically.
Donated her, okay.
Kind of, yeah. She put in a box. But honestly, it killed me.
Oh, yeah, that's insane.
I was like, wow. And Jessie was like, when Jessie was like, she was like, she named her kid in honor of me.
They must have known that they wanted to do so many of these movies, because there ain't no way.
Actually, they didn't.
There ain't no way that they
didn't. If you know the story of Toy Story, which we could do. Actually, I've done an episode that is called Pixar Story, something like that, which I say something about the story of how Toy Story 1 and 2 came to be, and honestly, it's super interesting and incredible from an artistic point of view. But anyway, there is this thing, and at this point, Woody and Buzz...
At this point, you're sobbing, you're melting in.
Yeah, my husband looked at me in that moment, because he knew. He knew.
That's crazy.
I was like, okay, I'll die. Anyway, Woody and Buzz get to the house at this point to save Jessie, but she's back again, and so everyone follows actually Jessie's plan. And honestly, I omitted something super funny from it, Woody and Buzz don't come alone to the house, but I don't want to mention this at all because it's one of the funniest thing in the whole thing. There is a group of Buzz Lightyear that you see in the trailer, and they're funny. And I won't say anything about what they do in the plot.
Okay.
But anyway, in the meanwhile, you know that Bonnie had that panic attack, and the mother brings her to get an ice cream or whatever. And in the meanwhile, while she's in the car crying, Lilliput understands the negative impact that she's having on the kid. And she decides to abandon herself. So Lilliput goes into a truck to be taken away. And at this point, the plan of Jessie is to use Lilliput to connect the two kids. So the kid...
But Lilipad wants to kill herself.
But Lilipad basically donated herself. So Jessie goes to recover Lilipad. And she's like, what are you doing? And, she's like, I had this negative impact on Bonnie. You're right. I have to get out of her life. And Jessie's like, no. Like, we need to make it right.
Yeah.
You are the one that can make this connection.
Yeah, and regulate it instead of disrupt it.
Exactly. So they do make the connection. And in the end, the kids become friends. They play with toys. They also play with Lilipads.
Balance.
But exactly, balance and control over the environment. This is also the parents. At that point, there is an intervention. The parents actually say, they're like, "What is going on?" And Bonnie says to them, "This is what they did to me," and they show the chat. She shows the chat to the parents. The parents are like, "Okay, chat over." They delete the chat. They left the group, and she's like, "You're gonna use this only for." Other stuff, no chat, like,
which is crazy. The fact that it took them so long to get to that,
because this is the problem with technology. That half the time parents don't know what their kids are doing, which is a problem. They have to control the environment, just like they did when they put us in front of television, and they wouldn't put a porn movie in front of us. You know what I mean? They would put a Disney movie. That's exactly the same thing. You have to control the environment.
Yeah.
So, and it ends with these two kids having connection, a real connection, like an in-person connection, but they were connected through technology. So, it's not condemning technology and devices in general.
Which is exactly what should happen.
Exactly, the use that we do of them.
Because we are recording this on an iPad.
Yeah, exactly.
To be sent out on devices that are going to connect to different people.
Like
we would not
be able... We had 500 downloads last week from... Only these 500 were from Vietnam. They were from five different countries that... Honestly, I have never mentioned probably my entire life. This is like the power of technology.
Of course.
It's unbelievable.
We wouldn't be able to talk to our families because we live far
away. My grandmother sees me every night because of an iPad.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to talk to each other.
So this is the point of Pixar. We need to use them to enhance human connection, to enhance human abilities, which is a bit of...
Not disruptive.
Which is a bit of... I don't know how this is voluntary, even though Andrew Stanton is the number 3... he's number 3... animator at Pixar, so he knows Steve Jobs. He knew Steve Jobs very well. So I don't know how much this is voluntary or not, but this is like an homage to what Steve Jobs wanted to do with these devices. Because Steve used to say,
"Yeah, of course,
I want these devices to enhance human abilities." He never wanted these devices to isolate people.
No.
So this is what they did, and honestly, I thought it was brilliant, the way that they handled the whole thing. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Honestly, I think this movie needs to be seen by everyone, because technology is becoming a problem. Addiction to devices is becoming a problem. And so we're here in Dingle.
But regulate it, and it will not become a problem.
And, yeah, I mean... It's a bit hard. I think people should just wake up, really, in a way. But we went to...
Detoxification is possible from anything.
It is. We went to a place, a beautiful place.
Don't dox ourselves. That's fine. Don't dox ourselves. That's it.
We went to a beautiful place, and honestly, we've been there for 2 hours, 1 hour,
something like that.
Whatever.
A little bit more.
People came. Disturbing, obviously, the peace that was there. Julie was meditating, I was, looking at the horizon, whatever. They came, they took a picture, they looked at their phone, how the picture was, and left. And disrupt the whole environment for the other people that were enjoying, actually the place. even some locals. So the thing is, I don't think that tourism should stop, but I think this mass tourism of people going to places to take a picture, looking at their phone the whole bloody time without even looking at the actual place or enjoying the place.
Or taking a picture themselves for remembering something.
And disrupting the experience for everyone else.
Because
this needs to stop.
Because this happened with like one couple, and then it happens with the second and the third, and then there was a group of girls that was filming a TikTok, and then there was somebody else was just there was like a bunch of things. It wasn't a person taking a picture.
And we were in a place that is one of the most beautiful places in the world, because we were on top of cliff. We were on top of a cliff with the sun, no wind, and there are some islands just off the coast, so you could see them, and it was like the sun was going down.
But that's the thing,
the sound of the sea,
and the sound of nothing else, because it's so like wide that you can't hear a thing.
Yeah.
So you can just hear these people talking, and this girl goes like, "Oh, let's post this," and it's like
let's get famous. What she say?
Let's post it on TikTok.
Let's get famous. And I'm like,
it's harrowing because I generally was that like genuinely regulate my nervous system for not having like a mental breakdown for the past week, or like some people, some of us need it. Some of us...
All of us need it. Some of us understand that need it, and some of us don't understand that we need it. But anyway...
Because, by the way, if you're sad, go put your feet on the grass. So that's all you have to do as a human, just so you know.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, we have to control our use of devices. We need to reset what we are doing with it. Yes. We need to do an aware use of it. Like stop the dumb scrolling, stop the having your phone. And I don't think
we're speaking from a high ground of anything, because my sister used it very little, and I am currently deactivated from every single thing.
No, but also I work for a tech company.
Yeah, literally.
I never disclose which one, and I won't do that. But I work for a tech company, so I do understand the role of technology, and I do love technology. I think technology is literally the magic of today. It is actual magic. And I think, as Steve Jobs used to say, the crossover between liberal arts and technology is honestly, we push the human race forward. And it's the sweet spot of magic, really. And I believe that, absolutely. It's just that we went a bit too far, and we have to go back to control that. And
go back to the roots and the grass.
Yeah, and actually enhance
naked feet.
Our connections and our abilities, and not alienate and isolate ourselves. So go watch Toy Story 5, which also is in cinema now.
Also Federica, she probably thinks it like us, because she's also some of...
Yeah, we actually talked with Federica on...
Yeah, she's also some of like the same people like me. Like she meditates, and she does a lot of things for herself, and she's not like constantly online. Anyway,
this was great, short and sweet. I mean, short, not really, but sweet for sure. And
sorry for the noises outside.
Yes, next week we'll take a break, because we are in Ireland, and we definitely, when we go back, we definitely want to. I
can rant a little bit about obsession. Depends.
Can you? You should do that actually. Yes. Maybe Julie will do...
Obsession is good.
Great. Maybe Julie will do an episode about obsession.
Because it was probably Backrooms and Obsession is the only two out of like 17.
You know what? You should do an episode about Backroom and Obsession. Because they are apparently not...
Didn't I do Backrooms?
Not a full episode though.
No.
Because they are apparently the horror movies of the year. So.
Do you guys want to know what I got from the beautiful place that we went? Why not?
No. They don't want to know.
Why not?
They don't want.
It's beautiful.
No. Anyway, we are going to do fish and chips. That's what they want to know.
We're not going to do them, but we're going to eat them.
Yeah.
We're not gonna make them.
Yeah, and we got ice cream, and that was really good. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you.
We'll see you
next week.
Maybe next week. Bye bye.